hosts, Bob Katie,
and John Piccirillo.
Hello and welcome to Bob and John's Quick Shots.
Welcome aboard, folks.
You're a little sleepy tonight.
I just got a phone call, and I'm still going through my head at my other job.
The first week back to work, you're kind of, first couple of days, you're a little terrible. Just brushing off the...
I mean, I took it that week because there wasn't a lot going
He's
on.
got 4 beers cranked ready to go. Look at that.
I better fire one up then.
Oh, boy.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
This is the first time ever I didn't look at one email from work while I was on vacation. So that was, with the weekends, was 10 days.
Was it worth it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I absolutely forgot about work for
Nice.
most of the vacation.
Nice.
But that meant I had all my emails. And Monday morning just so happens to be the busiest day of the week for me. Mm-hmm. And fucking Joe couldn't do the download the Friday before. Screwed up my whole Monday. So it took me 4 hours to get through my emails. Just to go through them. That wasn't organizing them. That was just getting through them all. Deleting things that were necessary.
So we can do this for Joe, too, right?
My uncle says you got a screw loose.
Oh, yeah. Your uncle molests collies.
Yeah, that's for you, Joe. It's funny, the people, I tell all these people that I talk about, that I mention them on the show.
Yeah.
I don't know if they ever secretly listen or what, but nobody ever gets back to me, so.
Fuck him.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey.
Tom gets back to us. That's different.
Yeah.
I consider him a fan.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, you're not in direct contact with work with him, so.
I totally forgot. I have a note here, and my notes are starting to pile up, so.
Uh-oh.
I was going to mention it, but the show that we were talking about, it got out of control. So I totally forgot. But Tom, actually, because I think we were talking about our dislike for March Madness.
I hate it.
Well, I forgot that Tom is a March Madness freak. Like he takes
I'm gonna put
like
my nutsack on your drum set.
No, Tom, no.
He takes like the whole, like the finals week when there's a lot going on. I
Yeah.
don't think that's the case because the finals week is like the last game. I
The
guess, so.
Sweet
16.
16.
Yeah, that. And his big thing used to be stay at home in his bathrobe and watch the games on TV, his laptop, on the computers, everything running, and he'd be watching every game. And he did it for the Sweet 16. Every year. That's how much he liked it.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Hey, everybody's got something they love. Nothing
I
wrong with
guess.
it.
Hey,
I never joined him because I'm not a big fan, and I think he likes to do that by himself anyway.
Sounds like it from his, his go-to get-up.
Yeah,
It sounds
that's
like
right.
you want to be by
That's
yourself.
right. It sounds like a bachelor thing.
Yeah. If you see me in my robe and just, a pair of boxers and I'm just chilling in front of the TV, that pretty much means I want to be left alone.
You like the robe down here once in a while.
Yeah, but I have a full pants on, and that's just because during the winter when it gets really cold
It does
down
get
here
cold down here.
and everything. But it's warm upstairs, so I get sick of taking a sweatshirt off all the time.
That's
so
true.
I just use a robe. It's just
I
easier.
got my heavy duty robe here because it does get cold around here.
Yeah, you were doing the little tiny robe and getting a little draft up here.
Yeah, that was no good. Besides that one, I think I look creepier. So if like
Yeah, well, it is. It's like half naked man, creepy walking.
right, yeah, and it looks like an older guy look too. It's kind of like I don't know, what is
It's
that?
in the morning too, because you're all bent over, looking all creepy.
Oh yeah,
and stuff.
all I got to do is get to the toilet and back to bed. That's all that is.
creepy.
Well, hey, it's not as creepy as what's easier, which is just to stroll out there in my boxers only.
I don't know. I don't catch you.
Nobody
think-
ever catches me doing that.
No.
But the one time that I try to do it naked, you two of you are going to be standing up there.
Yeah, you would be right.
There's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
Yes, that would be correct.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
And if you want to comment on John's little old man creepy robe, You can get a hold of us at bobandjohnspodcast@gmail.com, on iTunes or on buzzsprout.com, and
At Loose End Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Periscope.
or you can find us on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
For some reason, I felt like I had to say something different. I saw this bit that was pretty funny. It was, I think, a Saturday Night Live thing, and it was Eddie Murphy's brother,
Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, and he was doing a bit. He was telling a story, but then they would show it, and he was like he played all of the people in the.
Oh no, I think that was probably. It wasn't Saturday Night Live though. It was something. It was another sketch
I think he
show.
dropped the F-bomb a couple times, so it probably wasn't. But he was. It was about Prince.
That was.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
it's pretty
I want
funny.
to say it was Chappelle's show. It might have been.
I don't. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't know what.
I think I ran across it on Facebook.
Yeah,
but it was funny, and it wasn't bumming on Prince. It was sort of like, you know, he invited him over to his house, him and his friends, and they were hanging out, and you know, and Prince was like, "This is boring. You know, how about we play a little basketball?" And Murphy thought it was funny because he didn't think Prince would possibly play.
He's a good basketball player.
That's what he went on to say. He says he whooped our ass. And the funniest thing was they said him and all his fellas went and got like shorts on and all this stuff. And then, you know, Prince and his crew comes down. They're all dressed in the same stuff. They were out clubbing it. And they whooped up on him.
This is the first podcast since Prince has died, so we haven't mentioned that.
Yeah, that's right. It's another loss.
Yeah, Jesus,
Huge legends.
Yeah, rock and roll legends dying left and right. You know, Prince is really out of left field too. This one, you know.
Yeah.
And all
he
this
was pretty much straight edge, wasn't he? I keep hearing something about meds, but he wasn't like a druggie.
No, I don't think so. You know, I'm sure he partook in it in his youth, but he didn't seem to be in his.
Because on the news they're
talking about he became a Jehovah's Witness, and they have a thing with not taking drugs or something, and he was no. It was something about he needed hip surgery and wasn't getting it because of Jehovah's Witness. His religion, so maybe he compensated with painkillers and oopsie. You know what I mean? I mean that's the thought that's out there right now. It seems the most logical, but no, you know, you won't know. The thing that's killing me is he didn't have a will. It's like you.
I know
when you
have
run your
money,
little empire.
Yeah, run it well too. Like he did things wisely, so he was making money.
Yeah, like 300 million.
I heard 500 million.
There's been numbers from 250 to 500 million. Yeah, and making money. His songs make. I mean, he was very, very, very like to get to use his song was a big like when I think what did MC Hammer used when Doves Cry for that big on that Can't Touch This album for Pray or whatever that song was. He had to jump through some hoops. Prince wasn't. Prince and a lot of people asked to sample his stuff, and he wouldn't. No, you know, very few.
How does it work when they say? Because he wrote a lot of songs for other people.
Yeah.
How does it work? Does he get a piece of the action, or is it his song?
If he keeps, well, it depends. I Feel For You, which was popularized by Shaka Khan, was actually released by him as a.
Oh, so it's his song.
So yeah, it's absolute. Well, they're all they're all his.
Gets paid for Shaka Khan.
I think there's a version of. I believe he released a version of Nothing Compares to You before.
Yeah.
Before
I heard that,
Manic Monday.
Yeah, definitely. Because I heard it. They played it, and it's different.
Yeah. Manic Monday. I don't think so. I don't think he did one. It depends. You can give it to him. You know what I mean?
But then you don't get any credit.
No, he's a smart guy. He kept his his music rights to anything he wrote.
Right.
You know. Yeah. And he wrote Sugar Walls for Sheena Easton.
Yeah.
I mean,
good stuff.
He's one of those ones where you're like, he wrote that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love. You know, Shaka Khan did her version of "Feel for You." I love Prince's version of it. some of the stuff you don't realize. I mean, he was pumping out like 3 albums last year. He put out or
Busy
something.
guy. See, I was under the impression he kind of fell off, but now being caught up, he was busy.
No, constantly touring, just constantly, big time. It just constantly that you could tell he probably just went into the studio and just recorded on a daily basis.
Yeah, like it was his job.
Yeah, like I'm going to work. I'm going to go record as much as he can whenever he gets a chance. Goes down there, records, not for any other reason, for just, I got a song and I'm going to record it if I want to use it or put it out at some point. So the stuff he was actually putting out all these years, who knows when they were really done?
Yeah.
He could have done one 10 years 10 years ago and put it out as brand new.
I have a feeling that we're going to hear a lot of new music.
Oh, there's a vault.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, he didn't have a will, and like,
nobody
who's in
knows-
charge of
yeah.
the vault? Who's in charge of
How could you have that much
producing
money and not have thought of that?
of getting that to the? I don't know, man. He might have been. Listen, some of these artists do not have the. I remember I was reading Eric Clapton's book. And, to him, he would just go to his money manager. When he was talking about in the 90s or early 2000s, he wanted to buy a boat, like a big boat, like to go down like into the French Riviera and all around on his family for like months.
It sounds like fun to me.
Yeah, well, his thing was like he saw a boat and he had to call his money guy and be like, "Can I afford this?" Because he didn't have any clue. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's got Rod Stewart, same thing. Yeah, he really kind of doesn't have a clue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Money
that's dangerous though. You really got to.
You really got to be able to get the right person. Clapton, obviously.
Maybe that's why I'm never going to have that much money.
Probably ask Billy Joel. He probably knows exactly. He probably flip open someone on his phone and go, "I know exactly the fuck I got." He got snookered.
Oh yeah.
His ex-wife's brother, his brother-in-law.
Yeah.
His first wife.
If you're not paying attention, eventually
They got divorced. Him and his wife got divorced in the 70s, very early 80s, like 80, 81, I don't know, something like that. But he kept him on, treated him very good and everything. And in the end, he got, that's why he had to do, that's why he did.
Nothing hurts more than getting shafted.
He got lucky because it forced him into doing the Stormfront album, which was a huge album for him. That had like "We Didn't Start the Fire" and the whatever Alexa, and just a whole bunch of hits off of that album. I mean, he played the whatever we're calling it. I call it the Nick. Fuck him. It's the Knickerbocker Arena. He played down here in Albany,
Times Union Center.
whatever Times Union Center. He did like two nights.
What you say, Nick?
Yeah.
Wasn't there one more before it?
No, the Nick
I
was
thought
the
that
original.
Damn thing changed like.
There was
4
the
times.
Nick. There was the Pepsi.
That's right.
And I think there was. It's not even the time. Is it the Times Union now?
I might be
I
wrong.
don't know.
Yeah, that's the last I remember.
But anyway, he did he was scheduled to do 2 nights, and he ended up adding a 3rd night, and he got all out of debt on that album. Just had to do that album really to get out of debt. It was huge.
That sucks.
He came back from Russia because he did that thing where he put up the money to go to Russia and everything and do that. They took a camera crew and did that whole thing. Came back and found out he was broke. Oops.
Here's my money, guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Then there's guys like guys like Gene and that happened to Nugent too. Nugent's money guys in the 70s.
See, I keep
They invested
thinking,
in a lot of shit, and he went, "Oops."
when I try to imagine that amount of money, I so badly want to watch it. I want to have a vault, but there's
Yeah.
things you can't do with that kind of money. Like, I mean, I've really thought about this before. Can you save up enough money to put cash down and buy a car? I mean, is that reasonable?
What, to buy a car in cash?
Yeah, $20,000 cash.
Why can't you?
I don't know. There's a level at some point somebody's going to check up on You.
You can check all you want. Fuck it.
All right, then.
Cash.
All I want is a big, huge vault. All my cash right where I am.
As long as you pay taxes,
And the
on
only
it, they
thing that
can't do
gets in
shit.
that vault is my thumbprint.
No,
Somebody could still get in that way. I don't like that.
you mean you need the eye, thumbprint, voice recognition.
Exactly. Oogly boogly woogly yeah. Okay, open sesame.
Yeah. My thought is that there's a way to get it. If somebody wants to get in,
There's always a way.
There's always a way.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
It obviously wasn't a big hit, but I watched a couple episodes that existed on the guys that, people buy houses that have safes in them and they're locked and they want to know what's in them. They bought the house. It's whatever's in there.
Yeah.
Is in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the only way to get in is the professional guys that can get into big, nasty safes like that. I
Yeah.
always found that interesting because those big ones are built like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
got to know your mechanics and
I would be
engineering.
scared though, because you put that in your house, and then I'm looking at the guys who installed it, and I'm going, they know.
They know something.
They know I'm putting something good in there. You know what I mean?
Nobody puts in a bank vault in their basement.
Well,
for no
that was
reason.
always killed me about Batman. Did he do? He must have designed and did the Batcave himself, because you don't have contractors come in.
No, yeah.
And hey, don't worry about this. Just put up the Bat computer and the everything.
That butler was pretty handy, though.
In the Batman Superman movie, with matter of fact, the only time you see Alfred is when he's working on the Batmobile.
Yeah,
and
see, he's busy, that guy.
Yeah, he's his mechanic.
So a long time ago, he was hanging from the ceilings, making stalactites. I need one over there. And there's also going to be a sensor in there.
Yeah.
A bat sensor.
Yeah, so that's what I always wanted. Sometimes that always hits me, like, okay, that's great that he can get all these toys, but he's got to get them to work and everything else and get in there. You can't get a crew to suddenly design a fucking cave for you.
He's got a fancy stuff.
Yeah. The same thing with like safes and stuff like that. I go, you know what I mean?
I like the idea of having all my money.
Cash is still king, pretty much.
I like it.
Cash is still pretty good.
Yeah.
There's still something to say about that.
I do like it. But they got rid of the huge denominations because it made it too easy to move big money.
Yeah. Well, that's what my thought was when.
What is the biggest in circulation right now? Is it is there even $1,000 bill anymore?
No.
There's a 500, right?
No, I don't think so.
No more of that either. Go.
I think it's $100 bill.
$100.
I think. But listening to my
Oh
wife
man, we should have
upstairs.
known. We should have known. We should have some background music going.
With the you remember the big jackpot that was like over $1 billion not too long ago?
Yeah.
I was watching something and they had two of the people from Shark Tank on, and the thought was,
They were from around here, weren't they originally, or New York City?
Shark Tank?
I think.
I don't know. It was just two of them. That were,
But they went to Vegas because obviously there's more tanks in Vegas. I think they were New Yorkers.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm thinking of Tanked. Tanked. Yeah, I know you.
Jackass.
You're talking about the
Shark Tank, the
idea
show,
shows,
the idea
yeah.
show.
As
I'm
soon
sitting
as
there
you
going,
say
tanks?
anything about tank, I think about the aquarium Tanked.
Yeah,
Tank,
what
that
the
show.
fuck?
Because that's where my mind goes. I'd love doing that. That would be a totally fun job. Little stressful installing the giant ones, but it would be pretty cool.
Oh,
Get into
shit. No, the two of the people from Shark Tank, and they were discussing about what to do with that money, and it's like banks only guarantee up to only like $200 and some $1,000.
Yeah, that's how.
So it's like, and you're walking around, and if you got like 600 million, what the fuck you doing? Holy shit. That's a lot of banks and bank accounts you got to keep track of. If you can only put 250 grand in each one.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they'll only cash you out 200.
No, they only guarantee the safety of two. In other words, they get robbed or they no, it's not more than they get robbed anymore. It's more if they. What I want to say is if they fail, they go under, They only guarantee 250,000.
See, I already don't like that. If
Yeah.
I had millions,
That made me really think. Like,
Exactly.
oh, man, that's brutal. Think about that. Yeah.
now you know why probably these offshore. It's not even. It's not offshore. It's
Yeah, you're right. Offshore banks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why they're so appealing.
Well, they do a lot of that for tax purposes and the hide from the whatever. But I'm just saying, just in general, where do you stash it?
That's what I'm telling you. We got to get in the banking business. That's what we got to do.
No, fuck that.
Let's do it, man.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Making money with money. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
But that just it just blew my mind. Like, okay, that's a lot of cash. You can't hundreds of millions in cash is a lot of cash to have hanging around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to build your house like Fort fucking Knox.
Where do they put all that money?
Well, it's not paper; it'd be gold.
Yeah.
But I'm not quite sure. I'm not a banking person. I don't know. I'm not a banker, so I don't know the whole.
Well, it's time to become educated.
No, it's not. I'll become educated.
I'm gonna open a bank.
I'll become educated when I have that problem, which would be great to have. You know what I mean?
Well, it's kind of there's a lot of philosophies out there. If you believe it, it'll happen. So you got to start living the dream, man, and that's starting a bank. That's it. Come on, jump on board with me. We took the first step, ladies and gentlemen. Friday night, we were supposed to talk about that
Build
about
it
20
and they
minutes
will
ago.
come.
That's right.
Is that what that is from Field of Dreams? Build it and they will come.
That's the general idea. But there's been more than one movie with that philosophy.
And let's go talk about all the business people who have built it and nobody fucking came.
Well, that's a huge problem in California now. Is what do they call it? The unicorn.
I don't know.
The unicorn business or something like that. It's these startup companies that seem to take right off. Mm-hmm. They just didn't have what it took for the long haul, so they're all starting to drop off.
It's like when they usually have like when the tech bubble.
Yeah.
In the 2000s and stuff like that, when everybody was, in on internet companies and everything else, and the bubble.
Well, hey, they're trying to make that. Here's the other thing with having
and only a few survive.
Cash
is
they're desperately trying to keep money away from you. Everything they do now is to keep cash out of your hands. The more ways they can make you spend money electronically, the better. And the less actual cash you see, the better for them.
Hey, I'm a big fan of that, but I'm also a big fan of cash too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have any problem taking a trip to the bank to put money in the bank to use it electronically.
Right. I had to do that today.
I don't mind that at all.
Right.
It's as we said, as we did that top 10 of inventions or whatever.
Well,
I can pay for everything. Everything? Yeah, I can pay every monthly bill right here on that phone, no matter where I am. Boop, boop, boop. I can do it. That's fucking amazing.
You know what kills me? I could electronically with the one that I don't. Mm-hmm. But the bank that I have my mortgage with requires for you to make transfers to pay the bill to have an account with them. So if I opened an account with them, then I could do it electronically.
Yeah.
But I don't want another account.
Yeah, you get too many of them.
So that's the only thing that not only I don't do electronically, I actually mail it.
Wow, mailing a bill.
That's the only thing I use the mail for because the post office has really pissed me off over the last several years. So
that's what I found funny. I was with the wife, we're watching television, and we saw a commercial for the post office. And I said, wow, things must really be bad if you're doing commercials for the post office.
Got to get some business. How do we do it?
Yeah.
Got to advertise.
I still think it'll be privatized.
Oh
in the near
it can't
future.
Continue the way it's
In the near future, and
can't
FedEx
continue
and
Yeah,
UPS
that's-
should be leaping on top of that.
Unfortunately, it's the way we're going to keep growing. They try their best at preventing this, but I think ultimately, for global reasons, there's going to be one giant for different industry components. So when it comes to moving product, there's going to be one. It's FedEx, UPS.
Well, that's the number one. That's the number one thing in the. Well, there can't be just one though, because that's in this country. It
I
becomes a
know.
monopoly.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they try to prevent. But to be most efficient globally,
Well,
if it was one big
That's not
company,
true.
would
Yeah,
make
well,
it.
that's
the
not totally true.
easiest. It would make it the easiest
But
if they got their.
But
hands
then you
on it.
could be.
But then you're in too much control.
Yeah, and then you get price gouged. The customer gets price gouged, so on and so forth. No, we do not have a monthly bill I do not pay on my phone. There isn't any. I do. Boom. All there. We do have a yearly bill. We do pay all of our slip and boat stuff
I just
via
got thinking,
check.
man.
We mail that. That's the only one we do.
Because Amazon's so big, I'm thinking about like what their preferred user, and they use whatever.
It's usually it's funny. It's UPS.
Yeah, they use a lot of that.
UPS has got to be 95%, at least to here it is.
Yeah.
But if I do something if I spend like $3-4 extra bucks to get it expedited to for overnight next day,
Yeah.
FedEx will deliver it.
Yeah. So they're using the most effective
Yeah,
method.
yeah. I've gotten stuff off of there that's
Because
a
I
couple
got
of things
thinking,
with FedEx.
if it ever comes to be, and they are delivering with drones, the sky's going to be a wicked busy place.
Well, they're doing same day now in some cities. They've brought same day delivery, so that's kind of crazy.
yeah, I mean,
Like it's like ordering a pizza.
well, yeah, as long as there's somebody that's willing to drive.
We got to have a hub in
I
the
have
city.
to
by the
get.
city.
There has been more than one occasion that they needed magazines that we're producing right now, and they need them in the city. And there's a
Yeah.
company that will come. I don't know. I think it's like $300, and they'll run
When I
a
worked
couple
for
packages down.
when
to
I
the
worked
city.
for Colony Hardware and Supply, they were based out of Connecticut. They're a Connecticut company, but their model was to have a very small inventory in the warehouse up here, but every single morning they would fill out orders to guarantee for the next day, not necessarily that day. So they would do orders on the computer. They would get it in the main warehouse in Connecticut, fill it out, and a truck would be there waiting for us when we got in the morning to unload every single morning. So it was like boom, that was it. Boom, and we had just enough on the shelves, so maybe two or three deep on an item. That was it. So they kept they didn't want to keep anything hanging around too long up here because they had a bunch of it back in the main warehouse.
moving product.
That's your favorite thing,
I
moving
do.
product.
Moving product.
All right, well, let's do this and get the hell out of here.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com and on iTunes and on Buzzsprout.com or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Periscope.
oh yeah, that's me. And on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Say goodnight, John.
Good night, John.
From Homebrew Studios, this has been Bob and John's Quick Shots, brought to you by Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
I'm touching myself tonight.